This episode is for you because today we are talking all things how to get a job, how to create a CV, how to use AI and tools to make it faster and easier, and how to not give up when you're constantly being told no. So, if that sounds like of any value to you, then please tune in. And hello and welcome back to the Client Code podcast. My name is Carol Kabale, and today we have Aparajita here with us, and her story is so incredible. Aparajita, welcome to the show. Welcome to the Client Code podcast.
Hi, Carol. How are you? Good morning.
I am great. I'm excited to have you here, and I'm excited for my listeners to get to know you, to improve their job getting skills. This is going to be a fun day. But before we dive into all of that, I ask every single guest the same question, which is really to decode what it is you do. So, what is your unique client code?
I'm so excited to be on your show. These are the first two podcasts. I'm not into podcasts, but I did something and I thought that I need to tell the world, not for my promotion because I'm already into a job, but just to make people aware the struggles and the solution. Thank you for inviting me. My name is Aparajita Sudarshan and I stay in the UK, Manchester. I am a learning and development specialist. Have worked in 6 countries and 4 continents. I've worked
That's
in
crazy.
India. I started with India and then Bahrain, then Qatar, then Malaysia, then UAE, and now currently I'm in the UK. I'm an
Okay.
author of
Well,
2 books. I'm an author of 2 books. One is on medical coding guidelines, and one is on AI tools. Both the books you can just Google my name Aparajita Sudarshan in Google or ChatGPT, and you will find my books right there.
I love it. So, a part of your story that really resonated with me is that I think you were where a lot of people have been before. You were constantly applying for jobs and you were getting rejected and rejected and rejected. And that can feel devastating and absolutely horrible. But what was going through your mind when you were getting all that rejection?
So the story was that I think I was a very overconfident cat because 18 years of experience. I had taught 15,000 plus students. I was doing exceedingly well in in the Middle East. I have designed courses on risk management and medical coding. So um, people go to countries, like visit countries to for sightseeing, but as luck would have it, I have been going from one country to another because my husband has a transferable job and things were easy, and I always felt that the only USP, my USP, would be getting a job. And I think
Yes.
that was the overconfidence, and God has his own way to teach lesson. When I came to the UK, I was one among the many, zero contact.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought that okay, the way I've got jobs sitting in one country, I'm getting jobs in another country. UK will be the same ball game, but it has been so difficult. The weather from 55 degrees to 5 degrees, no house help.
Yes.
You have to I was just coping with that shift, and then unfortunately emails. I mean, obviously people who are sent by their companies to work in the UK, it's different, but I've seen people who have graduated here and they do not have a job and they are supposed to leave the country, and it is a very difficult and competitive job market. It is one of the toughest. I mean, survival of the fittest. But now
Yes.
I can go on and on about it, but I had to take a call. So I thought that maybe I'm not from this region. So let me start with the CV writers. So I got in touch with one of the biggest career consultancies here, and they recommended a CV writer. The CV writer was very good, and he wrote my CV. And I thought, yes, I've got the CV, now I'll get the job. But I
Yes.
did not even get one interview call. Then I realized that, okay, the way we do not wear the same, it's like you are wearing this dress for the podcast. I'm sure you'll not sleep in this dress, right? So for
Mm.
every event, there's a different dress. The same way for every job description, the CV has to be changed, which I did not know. Before, I was using the 5 year, 10-year dated CV, and I would just update my job change and I would use the CV. But then I realized that there's something called ATS, application tracking system, wherein every job description has certain ATS words, and those words should be in your CV.
Okay.
And
So by
a
having things like those words in your CV, does it help people to make their CV stand out?
as in the ATS will shortlist your CV. You're still way to go. I mean, there's a long way to go, but your CV will be shortlisted and you can be invited for the interview.
Okay, so that's good. So
Yeah.
this is something that you thought needed to be built, and that's when you decided to create your
No,
company around it, correct?
no,
Not yet.
no, not yet.
Oh, we
So
still
I
far.
realized
Okay,
that
let's go there.
no, not yet. I went from pillar to post. I did everything possible.
Hmm.
Company was not in my mind. I was desperate for a job. So CV writers, static CVs do not work, guys. This was like 5, 6 years before the static CVs would work, but don't pay a hefty amount for CV writers because they will make a one-time CV which you cannot be using for all the jobs. Okay. Then that those days it was ChatGPT 4, and someone said that if you go for the paid subscription of ChatGPT 4 and then you can give prompts and you can create your CV in minutes. Then I realized that there are tools like ChatGPT, Perplexity, Claude. You have to give prompts after prompts after prompts, like prompt one, prompt two, prompt three. You have to be so clear in your mind. This is like an assistant. It will not do the work which you want. It cannot read your mind. You have to assist it. So that was
Yes.
very, very time consuming. Then that didn't work. Then I came to know that, okay, there are AI tools. There are companies which draft your CV from the scratch.
Okay.
Like JobScan is there. Mm, uh,
Various different
resume.
companies that will
Yeah,
assist you in creating your
yes,
CV. Yes.
JobScan, Resume.io, Job Copilot, Resi. These are very good companies and they have been there for the longest time. But when I use the paid subscription, I realize that they are just giving the ATS words and also telling you where are the problems, but then you have to fix it yourself.
Yourself. Yeah.
Yes, they are just giving you which are the ATS words which are missing, how much your CV is aligned to the job description by how much percentage, and if you put those words by how much percentage your CV will be aligned to the job description. But then there is manual work. And I was thinking, I was always constantly thinking that if we keep putting in so much efforts applying for
Yes.
jobs, then how do we develop our skills? UK is a tough market. You have to do everything by yourself. You have to take care of your kids. You have to take care of yourself. You have to develop your skill. When you are not in employment, the best thing is instead of freaking out, take up a skill which is your USP and develop it. And if you are spending so much time applying for jobs, tweaking your CVs and the cover letters, it's difficult.
Of course.
And also, once I started getting interviews, I realized that the interviews are also difficult because here there are scenario based interviews.
Mm.
One question which I can discuss is that one of the very popular UK companies, like very, very well known, I had an interview there and I failed royally. The because of that one question, they asked scenario based questions. And one of the question was that, okay, Aprajita, you are in learning and development. I said, yes. Tell me about a session which you did in learning and development. What was the topic about? What paperwork did you do? Which all paperwork did you do? What was the significance of those paperwork? How did you interpret those paperwork? How did you make a report out of the paperwork? Whom all did you send the report? So
Mm.
in one question, there are seven subparts, and you
Yes.
have 90 seconds to answer. I flunked.
Mm.
I tried checking a lot of sites which would give me a demo of mock interviews, but most of the portals which are there, they have pre-designed questions, and they say that okay, go through the questions and maybe you'll have the answers. Some of
Yes.
them are there and they ask you behavioral questions, but not the technical questions. So that is the time I realized that, okay, I need to, once I get a job, which I got, I will create a tool which the main objective is to save time so that you
Hmm.
can use that time in developing your skill. Nothing is a 2 minute cup noodle. You must develop skills when you are not working. You must
Yes.
do something productive. So this will save your time. The tool is called Cvolve Pro. Cvolve has come from the name CV plus evolve, and you visit the website www.cvolvepro.com. It actually creates the CV and the cover letter from the scratch. It just doesn't throw the ATS words or what is missing in the CV. Every CV is different and as per the job description. And we don't leave your hand once you are done with applying for for the jobs. Once you get interviews, we prepare you for the interviews also, and we do not have any mock question sets. The tool understands the job description, the key responsibilities, the essential criteria, the preferred criteria, the desirable criteria, and based on those criteria, it will prepare you with star format question and answer. Star is situation, task, action, result. This is a situation. This is the task you did. What all for the task? What all action did you take? And what was the result? Like this, we prepare our people. And the USP is that it is not only in English, it is in four languages: English,
That's
French,
nice. Okay.
yes,
So
English,
let's take
French,
a stop
German, and
here.
Spanish.
Let's take a stop here because I feel like there's so much that you said and there's like stuff to unpack here. Okay. So to summarize, you went through this terrible thing, couldn't get a job, you'd understood the system, you went and you learned the system, how it's actually working, how it's working against people, and you decided once you had your own job to create something better, which is your current company, which is amazing. Now, for someone who is out there today and they feel like, okay, I've tried everything. Obviously, your solution of Cvolve Pro is wonderful, but if they're not there yet, what advice would you give them to go out there and get a job and prepare for the job that they want?
I would say that think positive, and it is law of large numbers, and nothing should deter you. Finally, you want a job, so keep applying till you get a job. And in between, please use your energy and your time in learning a skill, in building some skill, and keep an eye on all those tools which can help you save time, because time is limited.
Yes.
Maybe Cvolve can help you save time. That is why, like in 1 hour, you can apply for, let's say, 10 jobs and you're done for the day. And then you can prepare for the interviews. You can work on languages. You can learn R or Python or French or Mandarin, because the world is very competitive and CVs cannot be static, and so can't you. You have
I
to keep on
love that.
moving.
CVs can't be static, and so can't you. I think there's something to be said about that, where we were traditionally taught that you just create this thing and you leave it there and it's supposed to remain there. And it's actually meant to evolve with you and change, as you've mentioned before, to the type of job that you are applying. So I love that they're not static. They're ever evolving and changing with
Yes.
us as people.
I'm telling you, I'm not an IT person. I'm not an IT. I'm not an HR. I'm not an entrepreneur. I'm not in business. I'm not in sales. IT, sales, HR, entrepreneurship. This is not me. I am in learning and development. And I am a person like you who had to walk a very hard walk. And I want that people should not walk that hard.
Yes.
I can't see, I cannot give anyone a job, but I can make things easier for people. And I have done that.
I love that. And that's how it should be. Sometimes we have to staying in our lane, we get more done. And I love the fact that you're saying having that help and support can give you time to do other things that are meaningful in your life,
Yes,
like
yes,
skilling up and gaining more skills, like maybe being present for your kids. Maybe you're at home and you don't have childcare, so
absolutely,
you're applying
absolutely.
and doing many things. What is one thing you wish people who were applying for jobs in any industry and in any scenario really you wish that they knew this one thing and they never ask about it and they never do it and it just frustrates you that people don't do this?
I think that one thing what people do not discuss is failures or rejection.
Yeah.
It's the name of the game because of AI and the economies are developing and growing. No change is easy. We are all under a change. Maybe the next generation will be more settled. People fail. Every failure is a learning. If you don't,
Yes, I agree.
so at least if you pass, okay, you've learned. But then if you fail, you learn more. And if you can discuss this openly, that yes, I fell on my face 100 times and I dusted myself. I didn't look here and there and I achieved my goal. I started running. So, big deal. I must have failed in 60 to 70 interviews because I didn't
Hmm.
know system. And after that, I must have given, now I do not need a job, but I must have given 147 interviews till now. So you
Wow.
fail, you get up, and getting rejected, that, see, no one has anything against you. If you are not shortlisted, then there's a gap and you should work on that. Or maybe that job was not meant for you. Something better is
Yes.
coming. Giving up is not an option.
Hmm. No, I agree. I think sometimes we take the rejection personally. And like you said, it's not personal, it's just a weight that you can improve. It's something that you can be like, wait, this happened, but let me figure it out. Let me try again.
It's easier said than done. It's
Of
easier
course.
said than done. Try, like, the way even if you don't, if it is a very cold winter and you don't want to brush your teeth, will you stay the whole day without brushing your teeth? You still get up, you still brush your teeth. The same way, keep yourself positive and just keep feeling positive is not the be all and end all. Take initiatives, take steps. Whatever hard work you've put in, it will come back to you. Be mindful of the new technologies around which can make your life easier, can help you save time so that you can invest your time more productively.
No, I
Rome
agree.
was
I
not
think
built in a day.
it really was not. And something I do just for myself, I used to do this. It's more like of a sales thing that I used to do. If I go on a sales call with someone and I know I have multiple sales call, I'll just play the no game. I'll be like, well, they're going to say no. And when they do, it hurts a little less. So I think for anybody listening, just play the no game with yourself. Prepare yourself for the person to say no. And then when they say yes, you'll be like, well, that's great. I wasn't expecting that. And you can just work
I
on
have
it.
a different take on this. I have a
Okay,
slightly
sure.
different take on this. I wouldn't say that play the no game. I would say prepare as if this thing is meant for you. Don't just wash your face and put makeup and go. Prepare as if this thing has to come to you. If it doesn't, you walk out with a learning experience. Yeah. So when you are preparing that hard, you may not get one, two, or three, but you will get eventually.
Hmm.
Why should I
Yeah.
prepare myself with a no? Everything is yes. If it doesn't happen, then there are many a slip between a cup and a lip. I will learn from it and I'll walk out. And everyone fails. It's very important. You have to. I This is what I tell myself, that what is success? Success. People think that achievement is success. Success
Hmm.
is, for me, success is failure and then learning from the failure and then getting up and reaching the point where you want to be. So
Yes.
that is success for me.
I love that. Okay. Well, I think today we've gone through a lot. And I think anybody who's looking for a job or is in that market, I think there was a lot of little nuggets that you gave them today to one, give them hope, two, give them tools to make their lives easier and just actually gain more skills and gain more time. And as well as you've given them, I would say the biggest thing I picked up today was just trying and trying your best and knowing
Yes,
that
it
if it
is
doesn't
law of
happen,
large numbers. Please
yes,
do not shift your focus. And one more thing I would want to tell
of
people that,
course.
just in case to all those students, college students, last year, final year students, look, this is your job. Please do not depend on connections or college or, okay, dependent. Yes, you are relying, but then you have to rely on yourself as well. Yeah,
Mhm.
and there is a huge job market which is not in English. So in case you have you have learned a language, let's say German or Spanish or French, please, maximum what will happen, you will get rejected. Please apply for remote internship opportunities through Cvolve, because there are a lot of jobs which are not in English. If you understand the language, you can use Cvolve for the job description, and the job description will be in English, in French, German, or Spanish, and so will your CV, cover letter, and we will also prepare you for interviews in the same language. Try.
And that's really cool because sometimes we have these second languages, we have these skills, and we don't really, we just like, oh, well, yeah, I guess that's my other language. But because we're so taught in English, we put everything in front of us is mostly in English, you just think like, oh, this is the only way.
We are the
And we
first
forget that there's so many other things going on in the world.
we are the first, I think, internationally worldwide, which gives us platform to create CVs, cover letters, and prepare for interviews in Spanish, German, and French. I
Which is
tried my
so cool.
best to empower people who are in real need of jobs. Like once I got a job, I thought that I have to do this. Whichever problem I faced, and it was in my tiny head, I started implementing.
Gosh, I think there's something to be said about that need to be of service, that need to help people. And I think you definitely have it. You saw it in yourself and you're like, this needs to change. Like, people don't need to, I don't want to use the word suffer, but I feel like you just felt compelled to help them. And that's very admirable. Like, yeah, well done
I
to you,
was
is what
in
I'm trying to
depression.
say.
I was in depression. I don't want others to suffer, and I don't want others to depend on anyone. Okay, if you get help, well and good. But if you do not get help, please do not blame the luck, time, society, friends, family. It is your battle. You have to fight it.
I agree. I agree. Okay. And with that, let's go to the question that I ask everyone at the end of the show. And I think it's very fitting to what you've just said, which is my life mantra in a way is what you don't change, you choose. So, what are you choosing today?
I'm choosing continuous development.
I like it. Do you want to tell us more what that means for you?
I am choosing that I will go with the flow. I am choosing
Mm-hmm.
adaptability. I am choosing to let go everything which is holding me back, and I'm choosing to adapt everything which will put me forward. If it is AI, if it is technology, if it is anything which can help me expedite my process, my work, I'm choosing that. I'm choosing continuous learning, learning a new skill, whichever age group you are in, 20s, 30s, 40s, 60s, you are not dead till your spirit is alive. So please keep your spirit as a 5-year-old, willing to learn. Continuous development and flexibility is all I choose. Adaptability is all I
I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay, so where can the people find you? I know if someone is listening and they're like, okay, I'm so glad I stumbled across this podcast. I need to get onto your platform. Where can they find you?
You can find me anywhere because I'm there. In you can just type in Google Aparajita Sudarshan, Aparajita Sudarshan, Sudarshan. You can find my books. You can find the book which I've written on medical coding guidelines and on AI. You can find me on www.cvolvepro, CVOLVE pro.com. I am running a small e-learning website wherein I teach upcoming courses on medical coding, medical audit, etc. You can find me there. It is www.theaudiolearning.com. You can find me in LinkedIn. So
Yes.
I just want to tell you one thing. I want from the bottom of my heart to empower people. You may or may not take my service, but I am just a message away. You can message me through LinkedIn or you can send me an email, and I'm not one among those who will not reply. I will. And to whichever extent I can help, I will.
I love that. Well, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for what you've created. I know it's going to help thousands of people. Thank you for taking the time to just
I
be on our
hope I can
show.
make a difference.
No, you are definitely making a difference. You really are. And thank you so much for being on the show. I know my listeners got so much out of it.